Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the great state of Kansas. Now, I've been to the 48 continental United States, filming in every state, finding interesting things, but I always felt like I had neglected Kansas. The only time I'd been through Kansas was when I did my Route 66 road trip, and Route 66 just goes through the very corner of Kansas, so I figured through the next few days we would be giving some love to Kansas. And today I just wanted to check out some of the unique spots here in Kansas. We're currently in Lawrence, Kansas, and for our first stop today I wanted to check out Wonder Fair. This is a art supply store, but from what I've heard they have a haunted bathroom. So please follow me. So yes, here at Wonder Fair, see they have a sign on the door. It says, "Look out for Dave, our cat. He's so sweet that he does not slip past your feet." Look out for Dave, our cat. So sweet that he does not slip past our feet. So I guess they have a cat named Dave in there. And looks like they sell Dave the Cat t-shirts as well. Here's Dave the Cat. Here's Dave the Cat. He actually did slip out through my feet, regardless of me reading the sign about it. Very sweet kitty. Here's Wonder Fair's haunted bathroom. As you can see from there, featured on sightings, unsolved mysteries, A&E's Ghost Hunters, internet blogs, and the local news in Roadside, America. Unfortunately, right now, haunted bathroom is closed for business, but we can peek in there. We can see some haunted toothbrushes. So unfortunately, the haunted bathroom closed today. I believe these are maybe some lingering COVID precautions, but nonetheless, let's head forth into Kansas and experience more of the oddities that Kansas has to offer. This is the Game Nut gaming store. Looks like they have a pretty cool display here in the window. That is, I believe, Hoggle from Labyrinth. Then you have Baby Yoda and Thing from the Addams Family. It's a Ghostbuster trap, catching one of the what's the guy's name from Mario Brothers, the Ghost? Is his name just Boo? I forget. Ghost from Mario. Here we have the Crypt Keeper on his desk there. There's the Necronomicon, as well as an Audrey 2 taxidermied Zool head. Is that dog from Ghostbusters? Is that called Zool? I think. Maybe Zool was... No, Gozer was... Gozer was the big monster, so I guess Zool is one of the dogs. And then there's a Gamorrean guard hung up there as well. Look at all the things on this bookshelf here. I don't know if I can even identify all of them. There's some sort of version of the Necronomicon there at the bottom. And looking up, tell me if you notice anything I miss. I think that's the Black Knight's helmet from Monty Python. And I think that is Hal, the evil computer, as well as the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. And up there, there's the handbook for the recently deceased from Beetlejuice. Then up there on the top, what is that called? That's from the Black Crystal, the Schleizlack or Skizik maybe? Okay, now we're coming here to see an attraction known as Truckhenge, but I'm not exactly sure what is happening. It says stop, honk, and look. So. Hey! So the story behind Truckhenge, as was just explained to me, is that they had gotten in trouble with the local government for having a bunch of unused trucks on their property. They said that the trucks were going to wash away in a flood and destroy the city of Lawrence, Kansas. So they put the trucks in the ground with concrete and so they would be sealed into the ground. But that was the court actually sued them, and they lost a jury trial and had to pay $750 in fines. But they had they said they turned lemons into lemonade, and they made the attraction known as Truckhenge. And they said you can drive it or walk it. They said it's the size of 3 football fields. Look at the stairs there and the walkway. The lady had come out from there, saw me honk, and walked out here and explained Truckhenge to me. Here is the donation station. It's connected to this string here. You put the money in there. Of course, it is free, that they do graciously accept donations. This is the home of the Lessman family here, who own the Truckhenge property. You can see some murals here. This is Topeka, own capital city. Little bits of a school bus mixed with bits of a taxi cab mixed with skeleton horror. Yeah, different skeleton parts there. They said that this tree covered in shoes is known as the Tree of Lost Souls. I've been to a different Tree of Lost Souls in Hillbilly Valley in Kentucky. And this big pile of shoes is falling off the Tree of Lost Souls. Looks like there's some computer parts here strung up on the tree. And I think, is that a Bratz doll? Some beautiful peacocks walking around here. Not sure where all these hats are hanging, but it's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to scare you, Mr. Peacock. Yeah, these hats hanging, I don't know. I'm sure there's a pun. I'm sure there's a pun behind it, but not sure what the pun is. See the wood carvings here. Check out that little guy. Oh, look at that. It's a artificial leg right there. See this bus here. It's been painted all these different colors. Some old porta potties that have been painted. I don't know if I should be doing this, but oh yeah, it's just a porta potty. Oh, there's a boat peering at me through the trees. You can see the eyes there. A lot of wonderful painted boats. And look at this. I guess they call this Boathenge, similar to the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, as well as some other different styles of vehicle ranches. Of course, in addition to Cadillac Ranch, they have the Slug Bug Ranch, which is in a different part of Texas. They have Carhenge, which is in Nebraska. And of course they have Lawnmower Henge at Hillbilly Gardens in Calvert City, Kentucky. Yeah, look at these. I used to have an RV ranch in Florida that unfortunately has been permanently removed. Good to see a good old boat ranch, although they call it Boathenge. Maybe henge and ranch are interchangeable in some ways. But yeah, I can actually make out these bricks on the ground say boat henge. It's a tower of beer bottles here, as well as a beer bottle hut. See all the different bottles stuck there in the cement. And here inside, another beer tower. And here we have Truckhenge. These trucks embedded in the ground as an act of defiance to a overreaching local government. You can see there it says Memorial for Liberty. I think technically this is a bus, but we'll allow it. And it says, "This is the place. There is no like this." Let's see if we can peer up inside of the bus here. Oh yeah. Truckhenge. See the truck there? That's a little rude, but we'll allow it. The lady informed me that they were farmers, and they planted a bumper crop here next to Truckhenge. A bumper crop. You can see the truck there bursting forth from the ground. This truck here says "Rise Up" appropriately, as it is rising up from the ground. Oh, you can see this truck here actually is entwangled with this tree here. It's wrapped around it. You can actually see the Christmas lights here are actually shining if you look closely. That'll be pretty at night. A little chapel door here. Gonna get a look at that truck there from underneath. See some items here on this fence. Bunch of high heels. And over here, looks like we have some bowling pins stuck in the fence. Oh, see the glass on this car has been somehow smashed out. It's an interesting building here. It's almost like a single wide trailer, but appears to be made of wood. Actually, it probably is a single wide trailer with all its paneling gone. So I've stopped off here in Topeka, Kansas at a pretty infamous place. I am in front of the Westboro Baptist Church, and I don't want to show it too close. There's hateful things written on the side of the church. The Westboro Baptist Church, pretty much the biggest jerks in the entire country. Pretty much the shame of America. Not really a church as much as it is a family cult. They obviously love attention. They gain notoriety from going and protesting and harassing the families at funerals of dead gay and lesbians, and then move from that
on to harassing people at the funerals of dead soldiers of United States servicemen who died overseas, and they would protest that. I don't even want to try to understand their logic or reasoning there. It's just pure hate, really. And like I said, it's a family cult. Several people have left the church saying that there's a lot of abuse, a lot of rotten things going on in there, but apparently they harass the local area constantly. They're the bane of a lot of people's existence, just traveling around the country, bothering people with their hateful, disgusting message. But there is a little bit of a silver lining here, because there was an individual who had heard about this awful church, and to combat their hate in this neighborhood, they bought the house directly across from the Westboro Baptist Church and painted it rainbow colored, and kind of a countermeasure to the disgusting message of the Westboro Baptist Church. And here is, they call it the Equality House. You could see the rainbow colored house there, and as it points at the House of Evil over there. And again, I don't want to even show that stuff in my video. There's hateful signs on there, but let's just take one more look at the Equality House. Look at that, they have the American flag hung upside down outside the Westboro Baptist Church. I think that tells you everything you need to know about these people. Also the equality flag upside down. We've landed here in Manhattan, Kansas, to see a truly magnificent statue. Behold, Johnny Caw. Now, Johnny Caw is a folk hero in the vein of Paul Bunyan or Pecos Bill or John Henry, but Johnny Caw was actually created in the 1950s. Apparently there was two local professors here that wanted to, they were annoyed that they didn't think the history of Kansas was getting enough attention. They realized they needed something flashy. They wanted something like Paul Bunyan, a larger-than-life figure that would help embody their state. And they created the stories of Johnny Caw, and some of them actually, some of the stories actually incorporated the other folk heroes in somewhat aggressive, hostile fashion. There's actually a story where Paul Bunyan would trample some of Johnny Caw's crops, and Johnny Caw would grab Paul Bunyan by the face and use his face to create the Mississippi River by smashing it into the ground. Johnny Caw, maybe some ways he is the rival of Paul Bunyan. And actually they said that when they erected this statue, they intentionally tried to make it bigger than existing statues of Paul Bunyan over in Minnesota. Oh, Johnny Caw, king of the straw. You can see his giant scythe there. Said that his skin and his hair were golden, the same color as the golden Kansas wheat. They have some images of Johnny Caw from the original stories here. There he is, chopping a boulder in half with a meat cleaver. It says that Johnny Caw, the giant Kansas wheat farmer, is a friend to all Kansan and a legend that inspires generations. You can see that this Johnny Caw statue has recently been renovated. You see the date there was 2019 where it was dedicated. I think he got a new paint job, maybe some repairs. And they installed these internet and charging stations here at Johnny Caw's feet. Just because he's a wheat farmer doesn't mean he doesn't embrace technology. According to this, Johnny Caw actually invented the sunflower. It says he collected dandelion petals and saved up sunshine in a jar and dipped each dandelion petal into pure sunshine and planted it near the Kansas River, and sunflowers started to grow. Not only did he invent the sunflower, apparently he invented the hot dog as well. It says while hunting one day, he found a new treat and exclaimed, "Hot doggy," when the unique flavor met his lips. We have enjoyed Johnny's hot dogs ever since. How did he invent hot dogs? That's, I don't know, seems like an odd claim. Interesting. Johnny's pets are the Jayhawk and Wildcat. They are known today as mascots of two of the state's greatest universities. Oh, we also discovered the catfish while fishing with his pet cat, Bob. Bob the Wildcat liked to pounce upon the tasty fish and pull to the surface. Man, Johnny Cod, he figured everything out. Of course, the biggest danger here in Kansas is the dreaded tornado. But Johnny Cobb would be a protector of Kansas, and he would just swipe those tornadoes in half with his teeth. As I've traveled the United States, I've had a chance to learn more about some of the lesser known folk heroes. Of course, most people know who Paul Bunyan is. He's kind of the king of folk heroes, but found some of the lesser known folk heroes. We found Joe Magnarak out in Pennsylvania, the giant steel worker, and then Johnny Caw out here in Kansas, the giant wheat farmer. Seems like America, we like our giants. So apparently Johnny Caw never became the national hero that his creators hoped he would, but he still sits here proudly in the middle of his hometown of Manhattan, Kansas. Thank you guys for joining me here as we enter Kansas. As I said, I feel like I've neglected Kansas, and I wanted to give Kansas some of the love that I've given to other states. So I'll be visiting some other attractions in the upcoming days here in Kansas. I hope you enjoyed our little trip today. If you like these videos, consider watching some of the older videos on this channel. I've been to the 48 continental United States filming roadside attractions, museums, haunted houses, amusement parks, and other fun random stuff. Consider subscribing to the channel, let you know when new videos come out. I have a fairly regular release schedule. And if you really wanted to help this channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also selling some new items in the Etsy shop. All that information is in the description, and all that stuff just helps keep this train on the tracks, this boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. From me and Johnny Caw, this one's in the bag.